And welcome to Tech Diversity Unplugged. Today we have a special guest, and her name is Deb Muller. She is from HR Acuity. Deb, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good. So go ahead and tell me a little bit more about your role and your position and how you landed at HR Acuity.
So I am the CEO and founder of HR Acuity. So, if you want to land at the top, found your own company. But before that, I spent about 20 plus years in a variety of HR leadership roles in many different corporations, organizations that you would probably be familiar with before really seeing a need in the HR tech space and going on and finding HR Acuity. We are a SaaS based technology company that is specifically focused on employee relations case management, employee relations and investigations, sort of managing the things that when things go wrong in the workplace, we help companies do it better for their employees.
Nice. So, Deb, could you tell me one fun fact about yourself or what's something you love to do in your free time?
Free time. I'm the CEO, I'm the founder, it's my company. So I sometimes say this is my hobby.
Yeah.
I love, walking my dog, spending time with family. I have three grown boys, so fortunate enough the past few weeks to spend some time with all of them. And it keeps me busy. But I bike, I run, other things like that.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Well, let's go ahead and start the question. So, my first question for you, Deb, is how can organizations improve DEI at their companies? And what are some things that you can do, well, that companies can do to help it?
Well, first of all, I'll kind of answer that both as a CEO who has 100 employees, as well as a CEO of a company that helps organizations do this. So, for my own company, kind of developing the culture and ensuring that we are doing everything that's right, it is about being intentional. Coming out, which we have done to our organization, saying there's no option here. We are going to be a place that's diverse, but we're also going to be a place where people really feel like they belong. And we are, so you're hearing that word belonging a lot more with DE&I. That's what it means. How do people feel like they're part of the organization? So this year, for example, every employee has as part of their goals and objectives for the year, they have a statement that says what they are going to do personally to help advance our diversity and inclusion efforts in the company. So we want everybody thinking about it, not just people at the top, not just people that happen to be in an underrepresented area of the business or be an underrepresented person. Let everybody, what is the thing you can be doing? It might just mean inviting a coworker that's different than you to coffee one day and getting to know them virtually, unfortunately. But we want everybody to be intentional about their efforts. So that's one of the things that we're doing in our company. Our technology helps organizations take it further. We help organizations bring consistency and compliance and capabilities and transparency to the employee experience when things go wrong. So employees feel safe, so that organizations can look at data to see pockets where they may be managing people differently and not even knowing it. And so that data that they can bring is so powerful in ensuring that we don't just hire a diverse set of people, but when they get here, they have the right experience and they feel safe in the work environment.
Nice. I love that so much. Really do. All right. Next question is when looking for candidates, what are some key things that you look for in your company? I mean, to hire a candidate.
So this is a personal one for me, and most of my leadership team knows this, that when I think about candidates, there's two questions I love to ask them. The first is when you look back at their experiences, what did you do to make your company better? Right? Not just did you do your job, but how did you actually, by being in that company, how did you make that company better? Maybe because you went out of your way on something, or you found a different way of doing something, or you are a really supportive colleague or ally to people in the organization. Those are the experiences I want to hear. The other question I ask, which sometimes people find odd, but it just resonates with me, is how did you make your boss's job easier? And when I think about that, we hire people, their role is to make my job easier so I can do my job. So what did you do that made your boss say, you know what, Kara, like she's got it. Like I don't have to worry about it. Like she's on it and I know she's gonna take it three steps farther than I need to go. And those are the types of things that sort of it's not the specifics, but it's the type of person that I know is going to thrive in our organization.
Yeah. Such good points there. Love it. All right. Do you all offer diverse leadership training at HR Equity?
So we don't do specific to our leaders.
Mhm.
We're a smaller organization, but we do have done implicit bias training. We use a tool called Gather Round, have interactive discussions among employees. We put them in small groups to talk about different things that are happening in the organization or in the environment to get talking about. And we do that on a pretty regular basis to really give people the tools that they need to learn something new. I think we're all learning about how we can be better teammates, better leaders in a very diverse and inclusive environment.
Yeah, love it. And also, okay, so the next question I'm gonna like change up a little bit. So, the question originally was, is there diversity at every level of leadership? But oftentimes when people think diversity, they automatically think black and white. So, like at your company, is like black, white, Asians, honestly, even LGBTQ, different things like that. Like, how's it at your company?
Well, we are fortunate that we started with a woman founder, and for a while it was
Yeah.
like, oh, do you want to hire a man? Okay, sort of a novel thing for us. I kid you not. We've gotten over that. I think we're about 50-50 now from a gender perspective. But we track diversity. We are diverse from a gender perspective. We're also getting better when it comes to other underrepresented employees. Yes, it's not just sort of your classic EEOC, but how do people identify themselves? And what does that bring? And sometimes we don't even know, and that's okay. But how do we make sure people are comfortable being whomever they want to be in our organization? I'm really excited this year. We're starting our first BRGs, our business resource group. So we have our first group started by a group of Black employees in our organization, but we're going to encourage other groups to start as well. So maybe it's working parents or it's members of the LGBTQ community, whatever it is. There might be ones we don't even know about. If people want to start those, we're going to give them an opportunity and really, looking forward to having their contributions in the organization.
Yeah, love it so much. I'm excited to see all the things that you guys are gonna be doing in this upcoming year. And last question, so at Solvable, we often say that work is a gift, and then we feel like it is a gift. So do you think work is a gift?
Oh, I don't know what I would do if I didn't work. I think it drives my husband a little crazy, but I love what I do. I love waking up in the morning. Sometimes Friday comes too soon. I know I'm a little odd in that regard. It is also my baby because it's my company, but it gives you the opportunity to collaborate with people and be creative. And I hope our employees, our team members feel like it gives them the opportunity to step out and try something new without worrying about if it'll fail or not. We really push people to do that. And I always tell people, look, if something goes wrong, all right, stop, right? Figure it out, pivot, learn from it, and then move on, right? If you don't learn from it, you keep making the same mistake, but that's how we get better. And I can point to a lot of examples in my own career where that happened. It was like, okay, brush yourself off, figure out why it didn't work, what did you do wrong, what would you do differently, move on. And that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Love it so much. Well, Deb, I have definitely enjoyed talking with you. I wish I could talk even longer. Just like getting to know about you and your company. I hope that this upcoming year is amazing for you and your company, your baby. So yeah, I look forward to maybe working with you in the future. Again, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for asking me to join you and feel free to reach out. I look forward to staying in touch.
I will. Thank you.